are really just breathtaking. I love this flower. So it's a 3-piece Eye on America Daylillies, and you're getting 3 sent to your door, 3 Bareroots, and you're paying $22.99, ships for free. If you choose Easy Pay, it is just $7.66 to get this home, and these are perennials, and 135102. And this cream and plum mixture is just so eye-catching. It's a bit exotic.
It is, it really is, isn't it? It's kind of mesmerizing. It's beautiful. As you said, there's, it's got these cream petals, and then on the very tips of the petals around the edge, like a picotee, it actually has another picotee edge of that plum color. And then the center has that eye. It's like looking back at you, so it's really good. So if you're feeling patriotic or, Memorial Day is coming up, these might be a good gift for yourself or for somebody else. It's Eye on America, patriotic theme, and they're beautiful. They have a really nice bloom time in the early summer, late spring, and then they will rebloom later in the year. So a lot of daylilies just bloom once and then they're done. These have this reblooming quality, which is nice because they'll pop up again. So you could use them in containers, you could plant them in beds. Even when they're not in bloom, they have this nice grass-like foliage. So it's a nice grassy texture, even when they're not in bloom. And the foliage usually looks pretty good for most of the year, and it's semi-evergreen. So if the winter's not too cold, it will actually go through most of the winter. So they're super easy to take care of, and they live a long time. I have some in my garden that are probably 30 years old.
Really?
And they still bloom every year, so they just do their thing. So this is an investment, like we said, this helps you garden in the spring when you have a lot of perennials planted in the spring. You don't have to plant as many annuals, and you have a head start.
Yeah, $22.98 is your sale price. People are loving this already.
Oh, good.
It debuted not long ago, over 550 out the door.
Oh, that's great.
It really is just something unique. This is one where people will stop and be like, oh, you must be a professional gardener when you have this in your garden.
Right, and that's what you want. You want people to think that.
Yeah, about how tall do these get?
They get between 2 and 3 feet. Okay. So they're not huge, so they'd be good towards the front of your border or the center of your border.
Okay.
You could use this in a mixed container. Have I told you about fillers, thrillers, and spillers?
We have not talked about that.
Okay, so when you plant a mixed container, a container with different types of plants, it's typically good. It's not a hard rule, but it's good to use 3 kinds of plants. So a thriller is something that's very exciting. So it like screams, it's a spike of flowers, it's big, it's very exciting, and it really draws your eye. And then it's good to have a spiller that spills over the side of the container, and that kind of breaks up the edge of the pot. So you want that type of plant again. And then to pull that loud plant together and the spiller together, you want a filler to tie everything together. So if you plant this in a pot, it can be a thriller when it's in bloom because it's looking back at you. These are very eye-catching flowers. And then when it's not in bloom, when it takes its break, it has this nice filler effect with this grass-like foliage. So it can actually spill over the edge of the pot as well. So it could be a spiller and a filler and a thriller.
Yeah.
So it could do all 3 roles.
Absolutely. And if you use Easy Pay, it's like $15 for 2. So that's 6 pieces of Eye on America Daylilies. So if you really want to spruce up your space, I mean, this is a way to do it. This is so exotic. I think these are stunning.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And another trick to use these for is if you plant daffodils, I love daffodils. They're so beautiful in the spring. They bloom, but then the foliage falls down and it's persistent in your garden and it doesn't look good and you're like, oh, why do I have all these daffodils?
Yeah.
A trick is to plant these daylilies with the daffodils. So the daffodils will come up, they'll bloom, and then the foliage will start to die down. And as that foliage is dying down, then the daylily foliage will come up and cover the daffodil foliage, and you'll have a second bloom with the daylilies, and then the third one it reblooms. So you can have 2 pops in the same space.
Wow.
It's like sharing space.
Wow. That's so unique. See, I didn't know that was something that you can do. It's so fascinating. But that's why I think people love gardening, right? Because you can get so creative. You can mix and match and really have fun.
And you never know everything. I mean, there are always new plants to find. There are always new things to do, so you can just learn forever. Your entire life you can learn about gardening.
I mean, that's the beauty of nature, right?
Right, exactly.
I mean, Mother Nature, she brings us beautiful things just like these Eye on America Daylilies. You're getting 3 pieces, and these are the 3 Bareroots that are being sent to you, and 135102. And for anyone just joining us, can we touch on that warranty just a bit?
Sure. So Cottage Farms guarantees each plant. Annuals are guaranteed for 90 days. Perennials are guaranteed for an entire year. So if you're not satisfied during that time, just contact Cottage Farms and they'll take care of you because we want gardening to be easy and we want you to be happy.
We love those things. Things to be easy and we all want to be happy, right? And there it is for you. And there's a phone number and email, so it's easy to get in touch with you guys, which we appreciate.
And oftentimes you're not going to get a warranty at a garden center. They're just going to say, no, good luck with the plant. So
good luck, get out of here.
Right, so so you can feel confident if the plant doesn't do well for you, you can get another one, a replacement plant, and you can try again. And it's looking great with that butterfly bush behind it. We're going to talk about a butterfly bush a little later, so you can see how the daylily is kind of in the foreground, and then there's a butterfly bush behind it with a nice pink color.
That's lovely. And you do get a growing guide, so that'll have all the information you need. You can always refer back to QVC.com for that warranty information if you do need to contact them. But I would love if we can kind of dive into how we're planting this. So we get it home.
Sure.
Do we use that fertilizer again? What's the best practice?
Okay, so when it arrives at your door, it's going to look like this. They're ready to go. They're already sprouting. So we've got the roots and we've got the shoot. So of course the roots go down and the shoot goes up. So when it arrives, you want to plant it as soon as you can. As I said, if you can't plant it right away, put it in a cool, dark place, some place like where you would store your potatoes. But plant it as soon as you can, and then rehydrate it before you do plant it. So soak it in water overnight or for a few hours before you plant it, and then find a nice location for it, either in a container or in the ground in full sun or part shade. And then it's very simple to plant. You just put it in the pot, put soil in the bottom of the pot, and then position it so that the roots will be underground and the shoots will be above ground. Do you want to jump in?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we're dumping the soil in. Good job. And then I'm just going to pack it around the roots. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Stand back. So you want to tuck it in and try to get rid of all the airspace, because roots cannot grow in the air. So it will stop the growth of the plant. And then it should look about like that. Give it a really good drink of water so that the water comes out of the bottom of the pot. And then I would wait about 2 weeks before you fertilize it, because the roots aren't ready for fertilizer yet. They need to establish and grow a little bit. And then after 2 weeks, you can mix up your fertilizer from the cute little blue packets, and you're on your way to a daylily.
Wonderful. Well, you're getting 3 pieces of the Eye on America Daylillies Bareroots for $22.98. If you choose Easy Pay, it's $7.66 with any major credit card or debit card, and this ships for free like everything else in the show. So we have the very popular